chickens, how are you doing? Good to see you today. I've got a little video, just a short one for you to follow along, something I did in the secret garden, which we're going to do together quickly today. I thought I'd share this with you just because I know I might get some questions about it, and I've put it into the one signature, so I thought this would be a great little video for a Sunday. Right, so this is where I am at the moment, and what I've done in this signature over here is we have these tea stain pages that I like to put into my journal, and what I do is I fold them, let me show you in this way, over on the one side 3 inches, and then I've got a 3-inch fold on the other side. I usually put that bit into the signature, so you've got a short flap and this bit. It's something I do in pretty much all my journals, and I've got different ways for decorating those. So I'm going to show you what I've done with this one over here. Now this project we done before, so that is there. If you haven't seen it, it's in the Secret Garden playlist, which I'll put in below this, the link in the description box below this video. Now on the first 3-inch flap, I have got this lovely bit here, and I wanted to just show you how I made that, which is, it's not difficult. And then on the other side of that, I took one of my little mini pages, decorated that up, put that over there, and did the same over there. And really nice, neat edges. I'm going to show you how I did that. So it's just a few tricks really, nothing new. But something that was easy to make and really can go in any journal style. So I'm going to just pick up the whole cover here, and I'm going to show you, we've got the same page in this journal. It's also the page, I think just after, now that I've taken it out, I think it was here. We have this on the back of it with this lovely lace window that we did before. So this piece fits in up to that flap there like this, yeah, and then we've got that piece sticking out there. All right, so I'm going to do the same with this. So just grab that piece out, take your signature and put it aside, and I'm going to show you what you need for this. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit of stenciling on. I'm just going to use this one because I had used this one previously before, which is sticking over a little bit, so I'm going to use the same one. It's a Finnabar Prima stencil lace one, which I use all the time. I'm going to use the Victorian Velvet ink just for the edges. I am going to use some double-sided tape, but if you haven't got this and you have glue, that's going to work fine. Very few things to use. I've got 2 pieces of lace. This is actually stretchy lace. It was in my lace bundle. I've got 2 little die cuts I'm going to decorate with, and a tiny little sentiment from the ephemera pack. Then I've taken this little pocket from the add-on kit. It's a pocket. It's easy to make if you don't have one. I've got a strip of paper I'm going to cover this bit with, so go grab your scraps. Then I took the mini altered book page for this. Had 2 sets of these. One we used in our mini journal, and I've taken a page and I just cut the edges off here. We're going to use that, and this is just really to show you how I go about making tags. Really easy. I used one of these pages, so that's all you need really, and we can get to it. So I'm going to put that to the side there. We're going to start off with the stenciling. So I'm going to stencil on the side that's not, the side that's going to be the short flap. All right, not that one. All right, so the one that's just the short bit there, and I'm going to stencil on both sides. So I'm going to just use this Victorian Velvet, which is a lovely soft pink color, using my little brush. So however you put that on, here's the fold line, and I'm going to just randomly put some bits on there, so not all over, and not too dark. So it's just a suggestion, quite like that. And then on the other side, so that's the first thing to do. And I do like different shaped pages in my journal, different heights, different size, you know, sizes, smaller, whatever. It's all good. All right, so we got that there, and I'm happy with that. So that's the only stenciling we're going to need to do. You can put your stencil away. Right, so the next thing you want to do, just make sure you gauge your line well, like that, so you can see it. Okay, now what I want to do is, I took my mini page, so it's half the size of this one really, and I've cut the 2 strips that come on the side there like that, and then I've effectively just folded this in half, and you can choose any of them. So I've folded them in half, and I have already just distressed around those like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick up my pencil, always a great tool. I want to just gauge the halfway mark, so I'm making like a sandwich in between here like this. I'm going to just use this as a measure, and then I'm gauging the gap between there and there. It doesn't, you don't need to go for precision. What I am trying to ensure is using this line here that I try and keep this straight, but you can gauge it from your fold line here. Okay, so I think that's about it, pretty much where I need it to be now. I just like to take my pencil, draw a line there and there. You won't see those lines, we'll cover them, but when you're putting the glue on, you want to make sure that you do measure straight, so you don't have that much time to do all of that. So it's best to do that before. You just need to do it on the one side, and that's where we're going to place it. And as I say, that will be covered up. It's also a good gauge for the next step, so just put that to the side for the moment, and then grab your lace. So I've got this lovely lace. It's a bit stretchy, but that's fine. We're going to just, it's nice flat lace. We're going to put this on here as a bit of a decoration. So I've got my fabric glue. So grab your fabric glue. And what I want to do is, let me just put that there for a minute. I want to just run this over here now, because I've got the line. I know it's got, the page will cover that section, so I know how far I've got to do that there, and then I'm going to take it over the page. All right, so let's do that quickly. So I'm going to just hold it there like that, so I know that's where I want it, and then I'm going to just run some glue on here like that. You can always go and fill in if it's not quite enough. All right, so oh, I've got the lace the wrong way around. So check on that before you stick it down. If your lace has got different, a wrong and a right side, that's what I'm trying to get to. Then I'm just going to take a bit of this and stick it down so it doesn't lift up when I'm trying to do that. Right, you want to do the same at the bottom. Make sure your lace, if it's also got different edges, which this does, so it needs to go that way. Depends how you've stuck it. And then of course I'm not sticking it across here. You can, but it uses a lot of lace you're not going to see, so I am just using my ruler. I've cut out that middle bit there, and I'm going to just stick that over there. So this is just going to tell me where I need to line the lace up, so it looks like I've, you know, used one continual piece. There we go, so that can come off there. And then again, just make sure you've got the lace facing the same way if it's got different edges. I'm just going to put a bit of that there. All right, now we're going to turn that over. And I thought this was a good tip to share, because if you cut off the edges with something like this, they go very fluffy and doesn't have a nice finish. I can take that further down. So this way you sort of go round the page and it gets a nice finish. Always like a nice finish. This is a lovely project as well if you haven't made that. Again, a great for any journal theme. So recommend it. It's all on the playlist. And if you haven't seen this journal yet, well, I'm sure that the flip through that's what I'm working on. So I'm doing little videos. They're probably not in the right order. By the time you've seen this, you've probably seen the flip through, but hey ho. You know, I know people always asking, well, how did you do that? So I thought, okay, let's make a little video today. Right, what you want to do now is grab your little one over here. Okay, we are now going to stick this down. So you want to get glue all over that bit over there. And I'm going to use the other glue purely because this one comes out quicker. Just on the one side, the side that you want to stick against there, as I said. Oh, the weather has changed. Definitely autumn here, and I'm not moaning because I love all the seasons, and for me each season brings different activities. So it's always the start of warmer drinks and roast dinners, because I don't make roast dinners in summer. Right, you see now we're just lining those up with the lines that we made. Yeah, so go slightly over, a hair's breadth over the line, like that. Now I can see that one there. Now don't press it all the way down. Remember, you've got glue there, so I'm just pressing it up to that point. I'll come and deal with what remains in a minute. You've still got glue there, and you want to now put glue on the opposite side. Okay, so we're making like a little sandwich. This is the ham, and this is the bread. Or cheese, or whatever you want to have. Cucumber sandwiches. Not summer, so it's not time for that here. Right now, this one's just going to go exactly where it needs to go because it's joined to the front bit. Oops, bit of glue there. It's all right. Just run your fingers all over, and look how easy that is. It's just finished off beautifully. It looks like the lace is running all the way through. And there's that one done there. Now, hopefully, with any luck. Yes, I did think for a moment, have I got this stuck upside down? I haven't, thankfully. Right, so there's that bit, and I quite like how that looks. So really nice if you've got some flat lace, give it a go, or any lace, because you're not running it through there, which is great. Now what you want to do is, I've got my little punch here. I wanted to just put, take one of my little scraps. So this is my scrap in my scrap basket. Going to just make a little circle. This is a 3/4 inch punch, but anything that you have. Just going to go with my little distress ink around there, and we don't need that. Gosh, I've got lots of glues going on here today, but there are just the three I use. The Fabri-Tac's just in 2 different bottles, depending if I want it to flow fast or not. Right, so I've got that stuck on there. There we go. Now I suppose we could put one on the other side as well, but I'm not going to. Right, then I'm going to just take my crocodile. This is my old one because I'm going to put a hole in there. Now you can put your little tab cutters on there. You don't have to do this. Right, and then I need to just go and grab myself a little eyelet. All right, so I'm just going to put an eyelet in there quickly. Found the new one, which is better for pressing these flat. Use that just now for the tag. Right, so we've got that in there, and then I'm going to just take a bit of ribbon, and I'm going to just thread that through there. Right, so that looks lovely. I quite like that one there. And then what I want to do very quickly is this side. Now this is really easy. You've taken a piece of paper. I've fitted it to fit this piece here, this flap. This is from the background papers. Then I have got this piece here, and I'm going to stick that on there. Now, you can use glue to stick this down, but I found I like to use sew it around here because my actual tag, which I have got ready so far, is quite wide. You can make it narrower, but I'm going to stitch mine on here first. All right, so what I just do is I take my little clips. So I've got these that I like to use, and then I just position it. So I'm just getting it roughly the same, and then I just put one of these here and the other one here, and then I'm going to sew that in place. All right, when I also wanted to talk you through how I did this. So I just took one of these. This is, my flap was, let's see, I didn't tell you that. I think it was 3 inches. Yeah, it's just short. Mine's just short, 2 3/4 inches, but I usually do them anything up to 3 inches, and my tag is just short of 2.5. All right, so I've got there and there really, but we've got this pocket which is just over 2.5 inches. All right, so you just make sure you've got the space to slide the tag inside out. And all I did was I've made it pretty much, mine is 6 3/4 inches in length, or 17.5 centimeters. All right, and that way is 6 centimeters. And all I did was I took one of these pages, I sort of centralized it with the writing, and they've got different things on them, and then I've just taken where I wanted it to be with the image, and just love it with all the text as a bit of text on there. So that's what I've done. I've backed it onto recycled packaging. We're lucky we get a lot of recycled packaging. We've got this nice ivory card. So yeah, I think I threw some in here from earlier. Yeah, you see, just taken that, and that's where I've cut it from. All right, so that's what I suggest you do there. Now I'm going to just stitch around here as I stitch around there, and I'll see you back here. Okay, so I've just stitched across there. It just gives me a little bit extra width, but gluing it will work as well. Right, so I'm going to just finish this off quickly. Got my 2 die cuts and my little sentiment here. I'm going to use my little Bailey Arts glue, which is lasting really well. Bought this end of July. Really is worthwhile. Right, I'm going to make this shorter. So I've got this here, and I've got this longer green one. Yeah, I'm going to have those about there. So I'm going to just cut them off where they need to be, and that way I know how long I want them. So I'm going to stick this one down first. It's definitely a day for a lovely roast dinner. I do love roast dinners on these colder days, and hot cocoa and things, or just a cup of chai tea. I love chai tea too, or chai lattes. Gosh, all those things are just making me think of the colder months. Right, talking about colder months, this end of the world, Christmas is coming, so don't forget to look out for the Christmas kits and bundles, which will be here with you next week. So yeah, very excited to share that with you. I have had a ball gathering those bits and pieces together, and I think it's my best one yet. So look out for that and get on the mailing list so that you are ready. If you're not sure how to get on the mailing list, it should pop up on my website shop. So angelakerrdesigns.com. When you go onto it, it should ask you, would you like to join the mailing list? If you don't get that and you want to, then drop me a note on an email, or use the contacts page, and I can add you manually if you request it. Right, so we've got that bit all stuck down. It's good to go, and I really like how that's looking. I've sewn around that one as well. That's just a pretty piece. I like to house my eyelets on there, so I'm taking this again and I've learned to gauge this. Don't ask me what the science of it is, but I know how it works for me. If you've done enough of these, you'll definitely get the hang of it. Right, there we go. So I've got that there. Got some ribbon here, and we will put this together over here like that. There we go. And then where's my other scissors? We just want to do that, and I want to just neaten that edge off as well. Okay, so we are good to go now. So this is going to find its place over here. Love that, from the tea staining. Right, so let's put this down. We've got this bit. We want to get some glue on the back of this. Oh, my glue is a bit messy, but a good place to get rid of it. Right, so yeah, this would look great in any theme. I've got a couple of ways that I do deal with the flaps. You'll see in the little ladies I've done it differently. You know, I do a couple of different options, so this is another one. We don't want all the journals to look the same, do we? Although I do like to take old projects and put them in. Right, so we've got that bit there. We've got our little tag to go in. Now what I like to do with the tags, especially when you've just stuck something down and the pockets, you know, still need some help, I take my bone folder and I just run it down the edges, whether it's glued or not, just help it up and give it a little bit of a bow so that it's not stuck flat against there, and then it fits in a lot easier like that. Right, so this is going to go over the page, and that's going to be like that. And all we need to do now is take some tape. Yeah, you can use glue, as I said, and you want to just get that on here. So I'm just gauging it. A bit long, I think. But it's easier to manage when it's a shorter piece, and then just cut that off. Right, once we've got it to that point, it's just a case of folding that down and squishing the ends together, so there and there. And now you've got a nice tuck spot over there, and we're good to go. So this one now looks lovely, and we're going to put it into this first page here. So that looks beautiful with that. Love that with the tea stain paper. And then just line up your fold lines there. Yeah, and then that's going to go there. So we've got that there, which looks lovely, and I love that. I love this project too. And then on this side we've got this bit that works perfectly over here. All right, everyone, that's our little Sunday project. Hope you've enjoyed it. Take good care of yourselves. I'll see you on Tuesday. We're going to have some exciting things next week, so look out for that. And thank you for following along today. Go and enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.